Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, for the weather briefing, this second day of the international classes after this beautiful day yesterday. We continue today with slightly different conditions, but I think there is also enough fun to sail and to go out. Let's have a look, as always, onto the big picture. Big picture, the synoptical situation. So we go one step into the back and look over Europe, where the systems are waiting to work out the weather conditions. So yesterday's high pressure system, which were yesterday totally in Kiel, in the meantime it has to go back and to draw back and is positioned still always over Scandinavia, from Norway into Finland. Huge high pressure system, but slowly disappearing, so no more influenced by this high pressure system. We have another big low over the British Islands, Ireland and Great Britain, and this low has a front, an occlusion front. It's like a weak cold front, which was tonight still over the Netherlands and over the North Germany. We are just sitting in the middle of the picture with a black crest. That is our position, and this front is moving into our direction. This was a little look back in the night hours. If you go into the directly actual situation, you saw the rain outside. So this is the front outside. The rain is belonging to this front, and this front came in 1.5 hours before. So the front is sitting just over Kiel or over Kiel Bight, has passed us already a little bit to the northeast, and on the left side you still see a little bit of the low pressure center. The front belongs to a low, but the low stays over the western North Sea, and the front past us is just running in front of it. Just look into this little H. I draw this little H just to mark there's happening something over the mid of Germany, and what is happening we see in the next step, the synoptical situation for 1400 local time, when the front will have passed us, clearing over Denmark, so gone, and we are behind the front. And behind the front there is this little high pressure ridge filling in also into Schleswig-Holstein, also into Kiel, so we will see more high pressure influence during this morning, this later morning. And the situation of early evening sees still always the low pressure system sitting over the North Sea, almost stationary, and the high pressure ridge, it filled in, became a little brighter shoulders, but is starting to move tonight already to the east. So we are within some low pressure influence, but changing to some more high pressure influence. And if we go into the satellite picture from 8:15, you see now the position with a red cross and the low pressure system with a red L on the left hand side. So the low is there sitting with a lot of clouds, and the white bright clouds here, they are belonging to the front, which is already the main part of the front, has passed us already, is already over Denmark and Zealand on the way to Copenhagen. On the back side, you see already in the satellite picture the green and the black areas, so these are cloud-free areas, and this is why I can promise you that the sun is coming out, but not only with these pictures, also with the calculations out of the forecast models, I'm optimistically like this. And this is an actual situation with rain radar and wind measurement, so the main rain front is over Denmark already, red, a lot of rain, yellow, only little, and there is still some clouds, some rain clouds are drifting behind, but they will pass us within the next 30-45 minutes. So I'm already in the forecast, and to follow the forecast with a wind field, what I expect is that the breeze is maybe still coming up a little bit between 10 and 11 after the front, just picking up into 15, 16, 17. In case, don't be surprised, it's just because the front is still sucking some air, but the wind will come down. I expect for the first race, 11 local time, and later the wind eased and dropped already into the 14, 13, 11 knots back again. And the wind direction, the wind will go pretty far right behind the front. We are already now in the situation with this right-hand shift, and it continues into 50 to 60 degrees, so max right to 60, and then from there the wind will slowly start during the day coming to the left. Very slow, very steady, going left into 40 to 30. This is still the morning session, and then into the early afternoon we will see then 1400 hours to 40 to 30 degree. In the inshore courses, wind has a little bit more problems to go consequently left due to the situation close to land, so maybe a little bit longer to 50 degree there. But I'm talking about the gradient winds, so the average offer, what we can expect from the gradient, what we have to expect from the weather. I said already the sun will come out, but with the sun, some hours of sun, there will be more clouds building up, cumulus clouds coming in, and they will drift on the race course, and they will do not so nice things in the afternoon, midday afternoon, because they are just coming in with their cloud winds, and they will change the gradient wind situation with the cloud winds locally and temporary, just passing you, giving us big wind shifts and keeping the wind speed up and down, so eating the breeze and then pushing up again. So 8 to 13 knots we are dealing up and down today, I expect, and I'm afraid we will see, beside these average wind directions, local wind shifts of 20 degree and plus. This will be the game today, the challenge. The situation you get with this course table with the handout in the entrance at the registry, this is the average wind, so without the wind shifts, you have to look to the clouds by yourself. Don't be surprised that I put on the offshore courses still a 15 that should mark maybe coming up before you, or if you go to the race, maybe I see more over the 13 to 11 knots. What else in the weather conditions? I said already, 9:30, 10, the sun will come out, rain stops, and then we see some nice blue sky conditions. But then after 1, 2, 3 hours, the first clouds coming up, and they become denser, and in the late midday afternoon, we still can see some rain showers, some scattered, some sunny spells. So this is the game also, sun, clouds, and then the wind shift. Pretty interesting afternoon, pretty interesting sailing. Sea state will be no issue today, no real. 0.5 is still a very rest on the offshore courses, maybe on Foxtrot. Sunshine, I still expect 6 hours over the whole day calculated, and these days are very long due to the summer. The temperatures on land, pretty nice, 20 degree over water, 15 to 16 degree. The water temperature over water by itself for you, 17 degrees. So relatively not too bad. With all these conditions, hopefully you have a good ride and have a lot of fun. And I say good luck to everybody and have fun.